Well, to speak more about that rebuilding, we're joined by our reporter who's in Aleppo, Andrew Hilliar. Thanks for speaking to me, Andrew. So you've seen for yourself a lot of the destruction around Aleppo. There's a lot of rebuilding to come.
Yeah, that's right. So where we are based here in Aleppo is actually close to the dividing line that separates east from west Aleppo. And that's very significant because eastern Aleppo, throughout long periods of the Syrian civil war, was at times held by what was then known as the opposition. And as such, it suffered intense, heavy bombardment from both the Assad regime and from the Russians. So we saw for ourselves the massive destruction inflicted on several neighborhoods in East Aleppo. But when you get to the citadel of Aleppo, well, a slightly different picture emerges. We saw crowds of young Syrians waving flags, chanting, gathering in front of the entrance to the citadel to take photos of themselves. Of course, there was destruction around the citadel, and we even spoke to fighters from Hayat Tahrir al-Sham guarding the citadel who told us how important it was to have captured the monument. But when you leave Aleppo, just on the city's outskirts, you also come across another phenomenon that we've seen a lot of in the last few days, ghost towns. They are scattered right across Aleppo province. They lie in ruins, completely abandoned, empty. We went to one such ghost town, Kafr Hamra, just outside Aleppo, a town, as I said there, that lies in ruins. But you still find some people trying to eke out a living amidst the ruins. We ran into one family who told us that they had decided to move back into the town just a few months ago, despite having no basic services, despite having no electricity, no running water, and no internet.
Now let's talk a bit about Bashar al-Assad and his last moments in power. We've seen some reports of former officials talking about his last moments as the Syrian leader. Tell us more.
That's right. These are indeed reports about Bashar al-Assad's last moments in power. And what they say is that Assad didn't even inform his closest advisors of his decision to flee. They found out by chance after he had already left the Syrian capital, Damascus. He even reportedly had a speech prepared that he didn't give. And what's perhaps most surprising is that his brother, Maher al-Assad, according to these reports, didn't even know that his brother had decided to flee. Maher al-Assad, of course, a commander of the Syrian army's feared 4th Division, was reportedly on the front lines of Damascus battling rebels when he found out by chance that Bashar al-Assad had decided to leave. Now, there are reports that Maher al-Assad may have fled the city as well in a helicopter. He may be hiding in Baghdad. If these reports are indeed true, then it would paint a picture of a regime in utter disarray right until the very end.
Andrew Hilliar, thanks so much for that report from Aleppo.